Hi everyone, Liane here. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to talk about my 5 fountain pen and ink resolutions, aims, goals for 2024. And this idea was sparked by Karina from Karina Loves to Plan. She recently posted a video about her fountain pen and ink goals, and it really inspired me to create my own video. And I really think it is the right time to think about your intentions for the upcoming year, especially as the Lunar New Year is approaching this weekend. It is a new year, so it's kind of cool. We have 2 new years to celebrate. I have 5 fountain pen and ink resolutions. Number 1 is no buy online. For the remainder of this year, I'm really aiming to not buy anything fountain pen and ink related online, especially for 2024. I say that because in the short 1.5, almost 2 years of me being in this hobby, I have more than enough fountain pens, more than enough inks, more than enough paper, really, to last me for at least this upcoming year. And there's always going to be something new, and it's so eye-catching, it's so addicting, but I really want to stop myself and enjoy what I have now. So I'm not going to buy anything fountain pen and ink related for this upcoming year. In fact, any of the ink exploration videos that I have been posting this year and that I'm going to post this year, they're all inks that I've had in my collection already. I have a ton of ink vials and samples. I have a ton of bottles of my own that I purchased in my frenzy in the beginning stages of my obsession. Just need this time to just focus on enjoying what I have already. Now it's related to number 1, but my second fountain pen and ink goal is if I do want to buy anything, I'm allocating funds for in-person purchases. And what I mean by that is I'm only going to buy fountain pens and inks in person in brick and mortar shops. So that means when I'm off on my travels, and I have 3, possibly 4 destinations where I can be able to purchase these things. First event is the San Francisco Pen Show. Really excited about it. I booked a flight to San Francisco about a month ago, and I'm really excited to go to my first fountain pen show and to go with a dear friend of mine in August. So I'm going to save funds for that. In addition to the San Francisco Pen Show, I'm going to Japan for the first time ever, and I'm also going to Korea for the first time ever. Thirdly, I'm thinking about the possibility of going to Stationery Fest in New York City. Yoseka Stationery just announced, I think it was this week or the end of last week, that they are creating their own stationery show, and it's called Stationery Fest. It's on my bucket list. It's on my wish list. If I can somehow financially make it happen, I want to be at Stationery Fest because I think it's such a cool event, and I'm really happy for Yoseka Stationery, like Yoseka and the team, to come up with such an exciting event. So anyway, that's on my wish list. So goal number 3 is to explore all the inks that I have. Yes, I'm going to continue to explore all the fountain pens that I have, by all the different pen and ink pairings that I'll do throughout the year. But really, I think this year, 2024, is all about ink exploration. So that means for me, I'm going to do, and I already have done, a lot of ink exploration off camera, but also that just means continuing to do the ink comparisons, because I know I'm not the only one that's curious about all the different types of blues and greens and reds and how their shading properties compare, and sheening properties and shimmer qualities, all of that. So as I continue my exploration and deepen that, I want to be able to share that with you as well. And that's related to my 4th goal, which is to downsize. So once I try out every sample, maybe there are going to be samples that I won't even try. I'm just going to pass them along. But my hope, my intention is that I could sample all of the samples, and then once I have them in my swatch book, I'm going to pass them along. I did spend a lot of last year, 2023, downsizing my fountain pen collection, and I'll continue to do that as well. For this year, I really want to take an inventory of all of my bottled inks. Yes, get rid of all of my ink samples, but then with the bottles of ink where I've financially invested in those particular inks, I want to take an inventory, an ink inventory, come up with a curated collection. Pen and ink resolution goal number 5 is to slow down. And I mean that on many levels. I mean that in slowing down my pen and ink purchases. It means slowing down and taking kind of a meta view of my fountain pen hobby. It means slowing down and creating space for me to enjoy the fountain pens and inks and stationery items that I already have. I found that if I'm not proactive in pushing out and creating space to journal, I don't journal. If I don't make journaling or my fountain pen and inks hobby somewhere on my priority list, I don't get to it. So you may have noticed I'm not doing a pen to paper project. Really, even my currently inked videos, they've come, very far and few between because I'm not making enough time to slow down and use my fountain pens. I mean, lately it has been writing in my planner with my Uniball Jetstream, my favorite ballpoint pen of all time, but it's to jot down notes and then it's to move on to the next task. So this year in 2024, I want to create and carve out space to be able to set aside a physical space where I have like a journaling, slow down, reflective space station. I think that would be my aim. So I want to slow down and tend to my hobby and tend to these other parts of who I am, even as life has gotten really busy and so full. There you have it. I hope this video inspires you to reflect on your own fountain pen and ink resolutions and goals. Thank you again, Karina, for just a lovely idea. Maybe there was someone else that originated this video, but for me it was watching Karina's video, and it really prompted me to reflect on my own journey. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.